from Toronto Danforth.
Speaker, thank you. My question to the Premier. Yesterday, in response to our question asking the Liberal government to commit once and for all to clean up the Wabigoon River of the mercury that has poisoned the people of Grassy Narrows, the Minister of the Environment said, and I quote, "We will get the cleanup to the satisfaction of the Chief and the health of the people of Grassy Narrows." This morning, Chief Fobister of Grassy Narrows made this statement, quote, "I invite the Premier to put this historic commitment in writing and sign it alongside me in proper ceremony so we can know it is real." Will the Premier immediately contact the Chief to sign the commitment for cleanup of Grassy Narrows once and for all?
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I have had conversations with the Chief. I have been to Grassy Narrows, Mr. Speaker, and we are committed to doing everything in our power. As the Minister of the Environment said, we are committed to doing everything in our power to clean up Grassy Narrows, Mr. Speaker, to take that mercury out of the ecosystem, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that we do everything, and we are as diligent as we can be and as we have been in other situations like the one that the member for Nickel Belt raised yesterday. Mr. Speaker, that's why there's $300,000 to support water, sediment and fish sampling in the area. But, Mr. Speaker, as I have said many, many times, we are not going to act in contradiction of science that would say that if we take certain actions, we will make the situation worse. We're not going to do that. So one of the Japanese experts who has recently made a report, Mr. Speaker, said, "It is possible that things get worse because of the turning of the soil and the water," unquote. Mr. Speaker, we will do everything in our power, but we will not make the situation worse.
Speaker, the Minister, again to the Premier, the Minister said the Liberal government will get clean up to the satisfaction of the Chief and the health of the people. It couldn't be clearer. The people of Grassy Narrows, desperate for help, heard the words of the Minister. My colleagues and I heard the words of the Minister. The media heard the words of the Minister. Again, now that the Minister has finally committed, when will the Premier sign an agreement with the Chief of Grassy Narrows, and when will she begin the cleanup of Grassy Narrows once and for all?
Thank you. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Premier.
And climate change.
Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I think the member opposite would know the significance of what I'm about to say. My colleague, the Minister of Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation, accepted a pipe during a pipe ceremony when he and I spent the day with Chief Fobister. If you understand the significance of what it means to accept a pipe from a chief, and both of us participated in the pipe ceremony, that is one of the most profound commitments I have ever seen taken on by a minister. Maybe you could show some respect, because this is important. And not interrupt. I listen carefully because I think this is an important issue, Mr.
Chair,
Speaker.
please.
So when that pipe was accepted, that is a profound commitment by this government and by two ministers to see this through. As a matter of fact, the Chief has been, and the First Nation has been quite specific in tabling Dr. Rudd's report, which is 2 pages of actions. More specifically, we have committed to, we are already months into fulfilling those commitments and funding it, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.